If your boyfriend doesn't give you pocket money, you could accidentally melt his fat into a candle. That would burn for about half a year. If you melted the fat of everyone on Earth, you'd get around 200 billion pounds of fat. You could use it to make a giant candle. That would burn for roughly 3 billion years. Or turn it into small candles, and distribute them to every household on Earth. That would last about 15 years. Though by then there might not be many humans left to use them. If your boyfriend often nags you, you could shove a large watermelon into his mouth. When he tries to swallow it, the watermelon will press against his windpipe. If it continues downward, it could rupture his esophagus and crush his wolf heart and dog lung organs inside. Even if the watermelon somehow reaches his stomach, it still won't be digested. There won't be enough stomach acid to break it down. Your boyfriend's only choice would be to spit it out to save his own skin. An 8-year-old man discovered a river full of diamonds. He immediately realized that if people found so many diamonds, diamonds would become worthless. So, he hid all the diamonds in a cave, releasing only a small portion each year to maintain their rarity. Then he came up with another idea. Make the world believe that diamonds weren't just rare. They also symbolize eternal love. Thus, he crafted diamonds into precious engagement rings. Today, diamond prices are no longer controlled by scarcity, but by people's emotions. If you find a beautiful yet cheap gold necklace, you might be falling into a scammer's trap. The seller will pretend to test it in front of you to prove it's real gold, and you'll easily believe it. But when packing it for you, they'll swap it with a fake necklace to avoid being cheated. Never let the necklace leave your hand after testing it. If you're running and someone is running toward you, how do you avoid an awkward encounter? If you pretend not to see them, they might think you're rude or avoiding them. If you wave too early, you might awkwardly wait as they pass. The best approach is to nod slightly when you're about 6 meters apart. If you're at a zoo and a photographer invites you to take a photo with a mythical beast, think twice. You might think it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, but don't assume the creature is well-behaved because it's trained. It's likely heavily sedated. To reject such cruel practices, simply decline the photo. If you eat at a tourist spot restaurant, you might be the scammer's next target. When you're ready to order, the waiter will hand you a menu. Nothing seems off at first, but the prices aren't listed. When you get the bill, you'll be shocked by the outrageous total. To avoid this scam, never eat at places without clearly marked prices. Finally, I understand how to eat a lobster properly. First, use a 3-centimeter knife to pierce the lobster's head, reluctantly ending its life. Then boil it in a pot until the meat slightly contracts. Remove it and pull off the 2 large claws. Twist the smaller side back and forth, and gently pull the tender, springy meat will slide out. Place the large claw on a cutting board, and chop it 82 times with a 4-9-centimeter knife to easily release the meat inside. Twist the midsection left and right, and the slender tail will come off easily. Gently squeeze the shell,